Good evening. We are here to discuss the best practices for raising chickens in an urban setting. First, we'll discuss their housing, and then we'll discuss breed selection and a few other things we've learned along the way. So to begin with, housing. When you first get your chicks, you may want to put them in something like this. This is a tote. We have one just like it here that is currently stacked with other things that we used when we moved. This tote was perfectly ample for them while they were very young, and probably could have housed them until they were several weeks old. Right now, we have moved them into a kiddie pool. They are 3 and 5 weeks old at this time. We've moved them into our garage out of our bathroom. We kept them in the house for as long as we felt like they needed to be able to stay warm, and once the weather stopped getting below freezing. We do have a heat lamp here to help keep them warm because they are not quite yet at that point where they can stay warm by themselves. We have their food and water also in a cage. A very important principle with having chicks especially is that they need to have food, water, and heat at all times, or else it will put stress on the birds. Now you will notice, and this is something we learned, that the food and water are propped up on bricks. The bricks are there to keep them from filling the dishes with their bedding. So, housing with birds after they are grown can be done in a variety of ways. Right now we are planning on building a chicken tractor, which is ours will be a mobile chicken coop. That way we can rotate it over our lawn that has relatively 720 square feet available to the chickens, based off of what the municipality ordinances are that we are dealing with. So that's a small bit about that. With the chickens, we have various breeds here. We have Barbanters, those are the ones with the top hats, if you can see. We have 2 Wyandottes on the right, and a Brahma, and under the Brahma you can see the rump of a Bantam Cochin. Yes, he just looked down there. So, we chose our breeds with 3 main characteristics in mind. Good with kids, number 1. Number 2, egg production. Number 3, pretty. So we wanted them to look nice for our neighbors and not be an eyesore. We wanted to be able to eat their eggs. We do eat a lot of eggs in our house. And we wanted it to be a good learning experience for our children. We did go to a small hatchery as opposed to an industrial hatchery, just a local farm, relatively close to our home. And we were able to get some strains of these birds, specifically the Barbanters, that seem to be doing better than what I would expect the breed to do normally. So here we have a bit of a compromise. We have the Barbanters, we're very pretty. The Wyandottes, okay with egg production, but they're consistent. And the Brahma and the Bantam Cochin we just got because we didn't want the other ones to get too cold. But we are very thankful that we got these birds because they are wonderful with our kids. I have a 2-year-old and a 9-month-old, and it is amazing how these birds, how low stress they are, how easygoing they are compared to other chickens I've worked with. Another interesting point about most of these breeds is they do not have a comb. You can see on the one in the center, that's the Bantam Cochin, he's popped his head up, he's got a line running down his face. That line is a comb, and that can get frostbitten. Hopefully his will not get large enough to where that'll be an issue. But we did intentionally select breeds that did not have massive combs. I have seen it before where chickens have gotten frostbitten. It's never been a problem, but it is just something to look out for and something we were worried about. Being that we are in central Wisconsin and we did want lower maintenance birds as well, we did go for larger breeds as well. We didn't want too many large breeds and too large of breeds, but we did end up getting one of them. But either way, the birds that we do have are larger, so they should lay more consistently throughout the winter. The cold won't have as much of an impact on their body. As far as production goes, I know the Wyandottes typically lay about 180 eggs a year is what I hear. The Barbanters, from what this guy was saying that we bought them from, he said they should lay pretty well. I'm not sure what that would be, but I'd imagine it would be maybe 200, maybe 240 eggs a year. And then the Brahma and Bantam Cochin, I'm thinking it may be more about 150 or 140. The thing about the Brahma and the Cochin, and really all of the birds we have except for the Barbanters, is they are inclined to go broody, which means they will have a great desire to raise chicks. The Bantam Cochin especially is one we are expecting to possibly go broody. And when they do go broody, they stop laying eggs. But we are very happy with the breeds we have. It has been a delightful journey, and we have learned a lot. Hopefully it was informative here in this video. And hopefully we'll be seeing you all again. Thank you, and have a good evening.